Well, we're back, and we were able to catch one of the Bulldogs who left a legacy here in Pasadena, and I'm sure his experience with the turkey tussle and what that experience did for him will set not only a standard for those who are watching, but other young athletes who are now, contemplating football and John Muir and PHS and what their life can do. Why don't you share with them your name and really give them the real insight of what this game is all about?
Okay, my name is Stacey Harvey. I'm the Pasadena High School class of '83, and my year we played in the turkey tussle. We won it 21-10. Played in the turkey tussle, and being from Pasadena has always been a dream ever since I was a kid. It's something that we aspired to when we played junior All-American football at Victory Park, and through all the Pasadena Unified School Districts, Jackson, McKinley, Elliott, and as soon as I was old enough, I couldn't wait to play for Pasadena High School. And at the same time, what made that a great school is the rivalry with John Muir. Growing up, that's all that I knew. My first football heroes came out of this game. I remember back in the day and watching the Courtney Robinsons, the Richard Williams, and all the other guys that made, this game one of the biggest rivalries that I've ever seen. I played a few games after high school, and I've seen some classic rivalries. But out of all the rivalries that I've been a part of and that I've seen, they don't even come close to what we have here at in Pasadena between Muir and PHS. And it's a thing that we love to hate Muir, love to beat Muir, but if we're not playing Muir, and when Muir goes on to the next level, then we root for Muir. We root for Pasadena. And that's some of my best friends, my lifelong friends, are guys that I grew up with that ended up playing for John Muir. I could name a whole bunch of them. It's so that we need to try to get that tradition and that legacy back here at the Turkey Tussle like it used to be.
Why don't you share with the viewers, because I think this is going to be especially moving for the viewers to hear. What did you feel like when you were out there playing, and how did that impact your life as an adult?
Coming into the Rose Bowl, especially in high school, and seeing just the awesomeness of everything, it could really be a little overwhelming.
Hi, this is Alan Shea with our society show tonight, and we are here at the 70th, that's correct.
That's correct.
The 70th Turkey Tussle here in the Rose Bowl. And we're here with the president.
Vice President.
Okay. Jill. And she's going to give you viewers some insight of what tonight's game should bring, and how we should see the excitement because of what happened last year, and what we as John Muir Mustangs need to do to get back on track.
It's going to be a good game. Both schools are pretty evenly matched, I think. They've had about equal seasons, and last year Pasadena High School won the bell for the first time in 19 years. So from my perspective, hopefully tonight the Mustangs take it back. We've got some spray paint. We're going to do it out in the parking lot. But it should be a good game. We've got a lot of good tributes happening tonight as well. The class of '86 from John Muir High School that won state is going to be honored. We have the Golden Super Bowl balls from both PHS and Muir will be honored.
Right.
And we're doing a special tribute to our friend Cameron Turner, our former announcer on Muir who passed away last year. And so it'll be a fun, exciting game. At halftime, we'll also be presenting the first annual Austin M. Lacey Memorial Award, which was a Pasadena High School football player who passed away, and they'll be rewarding that to the MVP of the winning team every year.
Wow.
And it'll be an ongoing award that they'll give out.
So that'd be the most valuable player award
For whichever team wins.
Right, wow,
Yes.
That's good. That's good to hear that. So
Yeah.
we're evolving here.
We are. We're growing, and we've got the video board going. It's getting big time over here.
Yeah, we do. In fact, what I'd love to share with the viewers as well is not only 86 was the first national championship for John Muir, but in 76.
Right, they're going to be honored tonight as well.
Okay, well,
yeah,
that was my year.
The first one that won the bell back, right? Yeah, and
so we have a lot of anniversaries tonight.
It is, and actually the 86 team is the only team I think that ever actually beat PHS twice in a season. So that's exciting.
Right. It is. So we have a full pack show for you tonight, so viewers enjoy it, and let's see who's going to take that bell home tonight.
Go Mustangs!
Yes, I did, and they're playing for the bell, right? So we know PHS took it home last year, and Mustangs are looking to bring it back.
They are.
Yeah.
But you know, the beauty of tonight is not only the pride of the game, but the community, and also the evolution of the game. Tonight, we're going to showcase a new chapter with the Tussel. We're going to award the most valuable player award in the name of a player who we lost his life, and we're going to open to other football years or classes that have won national championships for Muir.
Wow.
In fact, they're celebrating their 20th, and we're celebrating our 40th.
Well, I tell you what, it's a great night all the way around for our community. You look at the stands, both sides are well represented, you know, Mustangs and Bulldogs. You know, really the sport is, Alan, as you well know, it's about team play, and it really helps our young men get ready for life. So I'm looking forward to a great game.
Good. Well, we're glad you're here tonight.
I'm glad you're here as well.
Definitely. And can showcase your neighborhood.
There we go.
And the community.
It's all good.
All right.
All right. Go Stangs.
All right. The real secret goes, with the camera being loose like this, it gives you better control, but you also have to control it. Otherwise, it'll be jerky.
Yeah.
See, because you're not just sitting here. Right. And because it's so much moving, if you had it tight, you wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Right, you couldn't maneuver.
Yeah.
Right. Try and get principal over here. You just get beat for this play.
Jordan Baker, the ball here. Carolina Lloyd. First down, John Muir. Midfield strike. John Stevens, the running back. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
We're going to get a quick interview. Hi, this is Alan Shea, and we're back. We're back with the only team in Muir's history that won the CIF championship.
Or at least the first.
The first, okay, the first, okay. All right, the first, and played, and back-to-back.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And played PHS?
Yes, sir.
Twice, okay.
Twice.
So your story has to be captured on tape. So we need for you to share with the viewers what that experience was about. Because the good and the bad of it is, this is my coach too.
Okay.
So he was
I coach God.
yeah, so he's been around. He was my 7th grade coach in 1970.
Okay.
So we have. Hold on a second. Oh, that's okay. It's really the. So what we're gonna do is the good thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these gentlemen describe the commitment, what it took to achieve that feat, because I don't think it's ever been done since.
No.
And what did it do for you from a community standpoint, from an academic standpoint, from a real man, now that you're men, to really have that type of experience here, really. So we're gonna start down the line. Why don't you give your name, your position, how many years you started, what inspired you, what players from Muir's history you related to as you came up to prepare for the Turkey Tussle. Give them a real essence of what it's about, because as you can tell, it's changed a lot. And we want to try and capture as much as we can on film and to share with people. We need to find a way to put it back.
Gotcha.
Okay, so why don't you start, give your name, give your background, talk about what you do now, what it did for your self-esteem, and we're gonna capture this.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Well, my name is Cary Grant, Jr. I'm 2-year starter. Offense, I was a slot back and cornerback, left cornerback, and I started for both those positions for 2 years. And what I remember and take away most from my experience with Coach Brownfield, Coach Paul, he joined us shortly, but Coach Brownfield, he changed us. He was very disciplined, oriented, very almost military-like, but that was the very thing that helped sharpen and hone us as a team to where we both were able to get along together as a team, and also take along something that was much beyond our abilities. We were the smallest team in the CIF, but we were also the fastest, and we were certainly by far the most in best condition. That was something he was a stickler on. He always made sure that he ran us right up on the hill, just on the Rose Bowl, and it was very nostalgic as I saw it driving into the stadium today. That's what built us, that discipline, and how it then permeated everybody came there. There's some that tried out for the team that didn't make it, unfortunately, but there was a lot of the ones who did. I know they were forever irreparably changed by the honing of Coach Brownfield. May he rest in peace. And but I know he changed my life, and still to this day, there's things that I keep in my mind that I owe to him. The success that I enjoy presently, I owe to him. You know, I'm 48 years old now, and I'm not shy to say that. But Coach Brownfield, wherever you are, rest in peace.
So why don't you share with the viewers before we go down and talk to the other players, what do you recall as a young person about the Turkey Tussle and having the imagination of ever playing, especially if you weren't a big player.
Yeah. No, me being, I'm not the biggest player, but me being kind of athletic, it always gave me a little advantage where I was very difficult to catch and elusive, so that gave me an advantage. But growing up, you would always hear about your older brothers and sisters, uncles playing in the turkey tussle and them having their name put on the board, so to speak, in the community as a result of them having success in that game. And I long for that. And when I actually had an opportunity, I remember scoring a touchdown in this very corner, a 50-yard touchdown in my junior year, and then running an interception back the other way in my senior year. So it was something that was very beneficial and something that I really appreciated.
Can you get James?
James, they want you.
Yeah, now he was the quarterback.
Okay, so we got it.
So you got the you got the major stars here.
All right, well, good. So you were the. Okay, all right, okay. Well, we're gonna put together a piece that is unbelievable. What's going on?
James done.
We're doing a documentary, and we want to get your history because of what your team did, especially back to back. So now we're gonna move down to you. Why don't you share your name and your position? And
my name is Darren Warren. I played tight end and linebacker for 2 years. Started 2 years. And history, these guys are family to me. And I mean, I wouldn't ask, right now, I haven't seen some of these guys in 30 years. And we come back and I seemed like I was just in practice with them the other day. and I'm serious, that's how close we were as a family. And it started in the off season at the tournaments that we used to go to. And our quarterback and our centers and stuff, we all came together as a family. And when we realized how good we were, nobody could stop us.
That's right.
I don't care who it was.
That's right.
I mean, even if we paid PHS 3 times, I don't think they would have beat us.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of that, you know, this guy was a great receiver and this is a great quarterback. But as a whole, I take out of this the whole experience, I'm even trying to get my son to play, is the closeness that we all became. I mean, he was a year ahead of me, but by him teaching us, when we went undefeated our senior year, we learned it from these guys. And I'll always have that.
so now, as a kid growing up, before I let you go, what was an inspiring factor for you to imagine playing in this game?
What the inspiring factor was when I was at Wilson Junior High School, a lot of these guys went to Elliott. And, you know, we were friends and we used to play like flag league against each other. And that's what a lot of our friends went to PHS. And most of us, you know, went to Muir. And it was the competition. That's all it's about, is the competition. And I said, I got to be a part of that. I need that bell. And I think everybody, you know, growing up is like, we want that bell. We want that bell. And we got the bell.
That's right.
So now, did either one of you have family members that actually played here that you actually saw growing up?
Yeah. I did have an uncle that played football here.
And what was his name?
It's Arthur, well, I don't want to remember his last name, Peterson.
Peterson?
Yeah, Arthur Peterson.
All right.
You know, but we also followed like the D.D. Moores, the Richard Bells, all those guys that played, Scott Ashley, all those guys that played before us or with these guys.
Yeah.
You know, they showed us the ropes on what it takes. You know, we can hang our finger number one, but we were never allowed to put that up.
Really?
Brownfield didn't play that. He didn't play with us. You couldn't put number one up unless we were completed the season and we were number one.
That's what we got to do.
Remember that?
Yeah.
We're gonna roll on over here to you, and the reason why I gotta squeeze your shoulder, because out of everybody, you sound like you're the only lineman that's around.
The smallest lineman ever. Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
Well, we're gonna test your knowledge on that statement.
Oh,
so
man.
we'll see what happened.
That's tough.
So we're gonna save you for last once we get through with your quarterback.
You got it.
So
Absolutely.
we're gonna save
Yeah,
you for
the
last.
skill position.
The skill position. So we got to get the glory over here
Get
first.
all the love.
So why don't you share with us your name, the position, and really how did you come about being the leader that accomplished what you guys ultimately accomplished? How deep did you have to go into self-evaluating because you were the quarterback? I mean, it had to have been humongous because it had never happened.
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely correct on that. My name is James Dunn. I play quarterback. Brownfield, well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll be totally honest with you. Clyde put us in a line, like I think it was my sophomore year. No, maybe my freshman year. They needed a quarterback. No, it might have been my sophomore year. They needed a quarterback. So he threw the ball to us. I got to give him the credit because he threw the ball to us or whatever. Obviously, I guess I threw it back to him correctly however he wanted it or whatever. And I became a quarterback in my sophomore year. Long story short, I progressed to a quarterback my senior year. We won CIF champs and no, it started from, I take that back. It started from our, it started from passing league. Watch games, summer games. They don't have that anymore, I don't believe. They don't have that anymore, but that's where it started from and progressed from. We always had passing league. We won all our passing league games, you know what I mean? And from there, it progressed to, our Ricky Irvins was a great quarterback. I mean, running back. Right. And then once he went down, we had to go revert back to our passing league. So obviously from there, history was made.
Right. So tell the viewers, because see, we want a lot of young people to see this. What and how did you get inspired? Something or somebody got you inspired, and you kept that fire to get results. What was that?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I moved out here when I was like 8, 9 years old. They used to have a parade going down from like Woodbury, I believe, to the Rose Bowl. I always said to myself, I wanted to be a part of that. No doubt. I always wanted, it was something big back then. I don't have that now, but it was something big back then. And I always said I wanted to be a part of that, part of history, part of whatever. And I never knew it would progress to what it became. But, at the end of the day, outcome was great. We beat the Bulldogs twice. That was like the absolute goal to, always beat the Bulldogs. Right. And then we ended up playing them again and once again in the playoffs. Okay. And then we beat them again. And then from there, obviously it was the CIF champs. Championship.
But that's the amazing thing, and I am remiss to say that I miss your period of time playing in high school. I'm an alumni and I'm a former football player, but some reason I miss that particular time period. That's why I made a commitment to make sure we capture it, so that we can know what has transpired, even if we weren't there mentally or physically. So that's why it's so important. And I heard you say you had a son?
Yeah,
I heard you say you had a son?
Yes, okay. Yes. He was my junior. He also played tailback, and he had a decent year. I think they won that year. They won it that year. He had a decent year.
So now we're back. And before we let the 86 team, 1986 CIF championship team leave, we have to set the record straight on history. So a question came up, and you share with the viewers what you said earlier.
Tradition. It's about tradition?
No, we're going to say, remember the question you posed about the size? You said you were?
Oh, I was the smallest lineman.
You said it.
But the biggest heart.
Okay. He said he was the smallest lineman in Muir's history.
Is
that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Right.
Okay, so I want the reason why I wanted us to go. First of all, share with the viewers your name and what position you play.
Matt Gallegos, center and defensive line.
And why don't you tell them how much you weighed?
185 soaking wet.
Okay. Now, we're going to go over here, and we're going to bring this gentleman in. Tell him your name.
Mike Haas.
Tell him what year.
Class of 77, 7016.
7016. Why don't you share with the viewers what happened in 1976, first of all?
In 1976, Muir had not beaten PHS in 10 years, and we beat him 13-10 right here on this field right here.
Okay.
And I had to block this man every day.
Okay. So why don't you tell the viewers how much did you weigh your senior year?
I weighed about 170 pounds.
Okay. And tell them what position you played.
I was an offensive center.
Okay. Now I'm going to slide over here in the middle of all of you, so we can put our hands around here. Okay.
This one way.
Okay. You ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Clint Hampton?
Yes.
And why have you heard of Clint Hampton?
He was in the 70s.
Correct. Clint Hampton was the first USC lineman from John Muir.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember that was the late 70s.
Right, correct. Okay.
Yes.
Now, he started originally in our season at nose guard, and because he twisted his ankle before our season started, I was a fifth string. Okay. Yeah. Good. All right, get that action, good. So here's how the history works, so you can see this. I was fifth string when I came back because I quit playing football. Because, gentlemen, I weighed 135.
And you played nose tackle?
And I played nose guard and beat Clint out. And that's how we won the Turkey Tussel.
And what year was that?
76.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. Am I kidding?
No,
and
he's not kidding.
And just so you guys know, you remember what our attendance was that year, Mike?
For our attendance at the school?
No, our attendance hit the wall.
Well, it was over 20,000.
You know how many? You know what our attendance was here? 30,000 people. It was the
Wow.
right.
Yeah, I believe
okay.
yeah.
And we played on a Saturday at 1 p.m. with Brian Gumbo as our commentator on high school prep game of the week.
No way.
Yes, high school prep game of the week.
Still did that back then?
That was the first one. We were the first one because Brian Gumbo was trying to elevate himself as a commentator. And NBC hosted us because we were supposed to be playing for the championship against PHS. But we lost to Al Hammer the week before that, caught back 6 touchdowns.
So it goes back.
So you see, so big traditions. And we're having this because it's so important for young people to know their history.
Yes.
And that's why I kept asking you gentlemen.
Talk about our senior
I watched my brother, two brothers, 80, 81, and 83 playing this game. And I came like a little tyke, and it was the best thing ever. Under the lights, watching these big boys play, man, I wanted to do the exact same thing. So tradition is a big part, you know.
And you also got to remember, there was a parade that led up to this back in the day that they don't have no more.